Amazing facts about Guinness. Number 1. More than 160,000 pints of Guinness are lost every year in facial hair. Guinness commissioned a study in 2000, which found that an estimated 162,719 pints of Irish stout go to waste every year via facial hair. According to scientists, 0.56 milliliters of Guinness is trapped in a beard or mustache with each sip, and it takes about 10 sips to finish a pint. An estimated 92,370 Guinness consumers every year in the UK have facial hair. Figuring they consume an average of 180 pints each a year, the total cost of wasted Guinness annually is about $536,000. So if you want to get the most of your Guinness, it's a good idea to shave. Number 2. The Guinness Book of World Records was inspired by an argument in a pub. Yes, Guinness, the beer, is connected to Guinness, the world records. In 1951, the managing director of Dublin's Guinness Brewery, Sir Hugh Beaver, had a pub argument about the fastest game bird in the UK. The conversation prompted the idea of a reference book about all the superlatives debated in pubs. A few years later, the first Guinness Book of World Records was published in 1955. Number 3. Guinness is actually red. If your typical setting for drinking Guinness is a dimly lit Irish bar, you may not have noticed that Guinness is actually a dark ruby red. The rich color comes from roasted malted barley, which is a similar way coffee beans are roasted. Number 4. That small ball in your Guinness can beat out the internet for a technology award. If you're an astute drinker, you may have wondered why there is a small, ping-pong-like ball in the bottom of your can of Guinness. No, the manufacturers weren't playing beer pong when they sealed up your can. It's actually a Guinness widget that's working hard to replicate the draft experience in a can. When a Guinness can is popped open, a small amount of beer and nitrogen, which is trapped in the widget, is forced out to create the famous creamy head that you'd expect if your Guinness was poured for you from a tap. The invention is actually very noteworthy. The widget won the Queen's Award for Technology in 1991, beating out the internet. Number 5. Pouring a Guinness beer is a 6-step art form that involves a 1-minute 59.5-second break. The proper Guinness pouring process begins with a cool, dry glass. You want to hold the glass at a 45-degree angle beneath the tap spout. Pull the handle forward and let the stout flow, filling it up until you reach 0.75 inches below the top of the glass. Let it settle for precisely 119.5 seconds. Bring the glass to a 45-degree angle again, but push the handle backward this time until the head is just proud of the glass. Don't let it overflow, and never use a spatula to level the head. That's just blasphemy. Number 6. Guinness is vegan. In 2017, Guinness confirmed that it changed up its filtration process, doing away with the use of isinglass, a byproduct of fish. Without it, the beer is now officially vegan-friendly. Cheers, vegans. Number 7. The Guinness Storehouse was the first skyscraper in the British Isles. The Guinness Storehouse, which was erected in 1904, was the first skyscraper building in the British Isles. The 7-story tourist hotspot is built around a giant pint. If that massive glass was filled, it would contain 14.3 million standard pints of Guinness. Just imagine how long that would take to pour if you were following Guinness's high standards. Number 8. Arthur Guinness had 21 children. Guinness' founding father, Arthur Guinness, married an heiress named Olivia Whitmore, with whom he had 21 children. 10 of Guinness's offspring survived into adulthood. Guinness worked well into his 70s, supervising the Dublin brewery with the assistance of 3 of his sons. He died in 1803, but his legend obviously lives on. If you ask for an Uncle Arthur in Dublin, you'll get a perfectly poured pint of Guinness.